What's going on, everyone? HueFin News coming at you today with another daily cryptocurrency market analysis. Today is October the 9th, 2017. And really, what occurred today in the market is really one that is truly lopsided. Bitcoin, the king of the castle, ended the day higher, while the majority of the rest of the cryptocurrencies ended the day lower. Our analysis on yesterday, we told you guys that some of the cryptos were going to continue to trade sideways. We gave you some price points to where if the market was going to move lower for some of the cryptos to where they were. On some of the cryptos today, they actually moved a little lower, but they closed right around where we said the market was going to move to. So our analysis for these cryptocurrencies are still accurate, but how far the market went, we were just off just a tad. So with that being said, we are still pretty good in our analysis here at HueFin News. We are sitting tall. We are doing all right. Our profitability is still good because we can tell the interpretation of the language of these cryptos. And once you guys get that same understanding, you guys will also feel the way that we feel when the market has such a huge sell-off in the market. Because we told you guys that these cryptos were going to move lower, and all you had to do is go back and check our video out yesterday to see which ones we said were going to move lower. Without further ado, let me go ahead and tell you guys that we are not investment advisors, and we are not giving you guys investment advice, but rather we are giving you the language according to the price bars and the volume. That is more powerful than what any investment advisor or advice you can get in any of the financial markets. Is when someone is able to interpret the charts for you. That is a very powerful thing to know. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to look at this cryptocurrency market capitalization website first. And if you guys can see that the market cap is at $151 billion, right? It's almost at 152. The market yesterday was at $152.5 billion. Right now it's at 151.8 billion. And look at the Bitcoin dominance is at 52.6%. So logical minds can tell you that majority of the money is going into Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance increases 2.6% or maybe even close to 3%, and the majority of the altcoins are moving lower while Bitcoin is in the higher, that tells you precisely where the money for the cryptocurrencies are going, and it's going right into Bitcoin. Okay, and it's something that we've known on the horizon for a long time, that Bitcoin was going to continue to move higher. We even told you guys yesterday in our analysis that Bitcoin was going to move higher still. Okay, so we are well aware of what's going on in the market without looking at the news. And there's some individuals who are saying that Ripple, this is just an example, they're saying that Ripple is having a swell conference, I think on the 18th or so, around a couple of days before or after that date, and that majority of the people are going inside the market to get in before everybody else, or Ripple's going to come out with some major announcement. But when you look at the chart today, it looks like Ripple is not going to be making higher highs. So we're going to talk about that once we get to Ripple, and we'll show you guys the precursors and weaknesses that we see today and precisely where Ripple's going to be traded before that conference. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these cryptos. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is up 4.33%. Ethereum is down almost 4%. Ripple down almost 10%, 9.57. Bitcoin Cash, same, almost down 9%. Litecoin, almost down 6%. Dash, same, almost 6%. Neo down almost 10%, 9.10. Monero down 4.01, And then you have IOTA down 6.76. BitConnect is now trading at number 11, and they're up 7.63%. Ethereum Classic is now down 5.21. So BitConnect now has more market cap than Ethereum Classic. So we'll definitely have to go out and possibly check out BitConnect in the near term to put them on our radar. And one of the other cryptocurrencies that a lot of people were dealing with was Omisi Go, and they're now ranked at 13th. Last price was around $7.56, down 2.79%. So, I mean, these cryptos are definitely moving higher. Some are moving lower because it's showing to you the confidence and where the interests of individuals are going for these particular cryptos. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time. Please pay attention that Bitcoin is up 3.91%. Last trade was at $4,794.60. So we said on our video yesterday that we expect Bitcoin to come to the open and close from the 1st of September to the 2nd of September, which was $4,532. Well, no, the close, let's go, $4,907.70. So $4,900. The market came today a high of 48.79. So it almost came to our predicted open and close for today. You guys can see as the market for Bitcoin was moving higher, volume was also backing higher prices. But today you do have stockpile on today's price bar. So sellers are in the market. Okay. So if the buyers are not ready to consume all of the stockpile that appeared today, then the market will trade sideways to possibly lower. And then that next area support would naturally be $4,600. But if they are still interested in the higher prices, then $5,000 could be the next all-time high for Bitcoin. So that is our analysis for them on tonight, is that if they are not able to consume and buy up all the selling that occurred today, then the market will move to $4,600. And if so, then we're expecting Bitcoin to continue to move higher. Now, if the market is extremely weak, then expect it to come back to $4,400. So just keep that as like another step forward, just in case the weakness really reveals itself from the stockpile that occurred today. So our analysis for Bitcoin, since we had a stockpile on today's price bar, is for them to trade sideways, and we're looking for between $4,600 and $5,000. So next, we're going to go ahead and check out Ethereum. So Ethereum is down 3.76%. Last trade was at $298. And you guys can look at the daily price chart, and we have the push to go down. And we told you on our video yesterday that the volume was almost the same as yesterday, but the spread was a lot smaller. So we knew that selling pressure was on yesterday's bar. And this is the reaction to all of the selling that occurred on yesterday. So we were not surprised to see this today. You should not have been neither, because we told you that selling pressure was in the market. And if the buyers of this particular cryptocurrency are not willing to buy up all that selling that occurred on yesterday, then expect it to fall. And it did just that. And you guys can tell how wide the price spread is, that the market for Ethereum will continue to be trading right here around where it is now. So we're still looking for Ethereum to trade sideways, and that is either between $280, so as well as the high from today's bar, which was $311. Okay, so we're expecting Ethereum to continue to move sideways to even maybe lower. due to the fact that the price spread is a lot wider and the volume is definitely higher, and that just a continuation from the selling that occurred on yesterday. So our next one we're going to check out is going to be Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is down 9.55%. Last trade was at $311.14. Guys, please go back and check out our video. And we told you that if the volume for Bitcoin Cash, if the market was really weak, then expect it to come to 280. And that will be a great entry point for you guys to come in and buy Bitcoin Cash. If you guys have done that, you guys will be up $30 right now on that particular trade, which is a very good trade. The volume, as Bitcoin Cash was moving lower, you guys can see that the volume was increasing. So definitely sellers are in the market and in control for Bitcoin Cash. The market has been moving lower all the way since the 28th of September till today. That is a very drastic down move for Bitcoin Cash. So now we're here at this level to where Bitcoin Cash came and made that support and touched $280. We're expecting that to be the support area for Bitcoin Cash to trade sideways and to possibly the high from the 11th of August to where Bitcoin Cash could possibly trade in between, which is like $351. So that is what we're going to go on with now with Bitcoin Cash. It say that's going to be trading sideways. And if the market is still weak, which would be very detrimental for Bitcoin Cash, then expect it to maybe come to 260. And this descending line that we've drawn has been very accurate in how Bitcoin Cash has been trading. So if Bitcoin Cash is going to honor and continue the support from this descending line, then definitely it could come to around $288 again and touch and maybe bounce again. But we're expecting them to trade between $280 and $351. So next we're going to go ahead and check out Ripple. So Ripple is down 9.98%. Last trade was at 25 cents. In our video yesterday, we said that Ripple could come and touch 26 cents, but the sellers were extremely in the market today. We had such a wide spread and high volume. It came all the way down to 23 cents. And due to how wide the spread is, and as well as it traded the whole spread of yesterday's bar, that is a true precursor of weakness, and we're not expecting higher prices for Ripple. Ripple will continue to trade sideways to eventually lower. So next on the list is going to be Litecoin. Litecoin is down 5.68%. Last trade was at $50.14. We saw the stockpile on the chart yesterday. We made mention of it as well, and we were expecting it to trade sideways, but definitely Litecoin came and touched this area of support on this ascending triangle. The spread is definitely a lot wider, and it's pretty good sign to see that Litecoin held on and closed above this ascending triangle, this area of support. So we're expecting Litecoin to continue to trade right along this area of support and possibly continue to come to $52 as well. We were planning on Litecoin coming down to the low from the 5th of October, but it almost closed right there. So we have to pay attention to where Litecoin is going to be trading on tomorrow. If it's going to close lower than that again, then it's going to break this support line, and we might have to redraw our support and resistance line for Litecoin. But overall, Litecoin is still trading in between this ascending triangle, and we're expecting it to continue to do that. Next on our list is going to be Dash. So Dash is down 4.86%. Last trade was at $284.19. And we said that Dash was going to move lower. But prior to us saying that Dash was going to be moving lower, we noticed that the market wasn't moving, but it was continually being hit with stockpile, right? And then yesterday's bar was the actual straw that broke the camel's back, as some people say. And then today we had this massively spread down bar with buyers coming in the market. So pay attention to that. Our original analysis on our video yesterday, we said that Dash could come and touch 280, but it made a low 270. So we was $10 off on that. But either way, we was correct in our direction of where Dash was going to move. Now we have this widespread bar with the market closing almost towards the middle. So we would like to see the market close higher on tomorrow. But then that tells us that the buyers are in control. Until then, we will continue to say that Dash will be moving sideways to lower. But if we get an up bar tomorrow, okay, expect Dash to maybe make it back up to 300. And if the market is still giving us precursors of weakness, then 260. So that is the sideways action that we're looking for Dash to be trading. So now let's go ahead and check out Neo. Neo is down 8.96%. Last trade was at $29.17. We said that Neo was going to move lower, and look what happened on today. The market is almost, the volume is almost the same as what it was yesterday. The spread as well. So definitely Neo is giving us precursors of weakness. Neo could possibly come back up to $30 for tomorrow. But definitely we're expecting it to come back and possibly test or touch this area of support that we've drawn a while ago. And it just shows you how accurate these support lines and resistance lines are for these cryptos. Neo came and almost touched the support line today with a low of $26.58. So please note that it can come back and touch that area again on tomorrow, or it might even come to $25, almost $26 again. But we're still expecting Neo to trade sideways to lower, and our sideways action consists of it coming up to $30 as well. Now we're going to go ahead and check out Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is down 5.88%. Last trade was at $11.44. And we were expecting Ethereum Classic to as well trade sideways on our analysis yesterday, because we had a down day yesterday. The market didn't close lower than the low from yesterday's bar. So that's why we was expecting Ethereum Classic to trade sideways. But nevertheless, the market did close lower on this trial run bar, which is a precursor of the weakness. And you still have that continuation of sellers in the market on today. And we said that if Ethereum Classic was going to move lower, that it was going to come to the low from the 5th of October, which was $11.50. But rather it made a low of $10.83, but it closed right where we said the low of the bar was going to be. So we're expecting Ethereum Classic to continue to range bound trade between $11 and possibly $12 on tomorrow. But if we still have continuation of selling in the market, then $10 is back on the deck for Ethereum Classic. Last one for today is going to be Monero. So Monero is down 4.55%. Last trade was at $85.68. We told you yesterday in our video that Monero, the support line that we drawn of $85 is still in play. And not only that, Monero came and touched this descending line that we've drawn a while back as well. and then it was able to close above our support line of $85. So we're still expecting Monero to trade right around that area, $80 to between $90 as well. So we're expecting Monero to trade that range on tomorrow. That's our analysis. It's for them to trade sideways. So that's all we got for today. Hope these daily cryptocurrency market analysis videos are being very beneficial for you guys, because this is how we've been very profitable within our own strategies and trading we do on our own personal basis. You guys can see how accurate and precise the language of the markets are, and you guys can also predict exit strategies based off what these price bars are saying to you. So at one point in time, you guys will be able to grasp the language of the financial markets, and you too will be confident and be able to on your own. See, that's the thing that so many individuals need to learn, is the financial markets. They need to learn the language of the markets so that they can be their own financial bank, so that they can be their own bank, right? So you won't have to be dependent on someone else giving you some hot stock tip idea or telling you which cryptocurrency is ready to move higher, because you will already know for yourself where these cryptos are headed. And that's why we have no emphasis, no urgency to see what is on these news articles or what's being portrayed on the news, because the news are here on these price bars and volume. And you guys saw here from Ripple on our analysis from what we said for Ripple, and you got some other people saying that people are getting prepared for Ripple to move higher. Well, that's not what the chart is showing us today. So please beware from what you are hearing and seeing on these news articles. Okay, the chart is telling us something different, and we always listen and watch the charts. So with that being said, that's all we got. New subscribers, please make sure you check out just some of the basics, because it might have been some of the words I've told you on today's video that you didn't understand. We go into a little bit on just some of the basics. Make sure you use the timestamps as well to save you some time, just in case you guys are running short or you want to make a quick decision on some of these cryptos. But this is very powerful, what we are giving you guys. And with that being said, we want you to continue to watch these videos, because our purpose is for you guys to become more confident in your trading and see without all these indicators. Okay, we erase all of that. We get that confusion out from the charts, and we look strictly bare bones at the price bars and the volume, and we are able to predict where these cryptos are going to move. That's where you want to be as well. Okay, so without further ado, that's all I got for today. See you guys tomorrow. Stay profitable, and you have a good one.